Radio Hour, live from Louisville, Kentucky, here on the Homegrown Radio Hour. I'm your host, Christy Bird Stevens, and I've got a special guest in the studio with me tonight, Miss Alana Fugate. How you doing, Alana?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I've been being attacked by pollen lately. I think you know that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's mean. Pollen's mean. I actually saw a pollen cloud today.
Really?
Yes, really.
That's
Seriously. Scary. I know. I'm scared of pollen. Pollen's like little green monsters that attack me this time of year, and hopefully I won't cough, but we'll see. If I do, please forgive me. So I am so happy to see you here with me today.
I'm glad to be here with you today. Thanks for inviting me on.
You're welcome, and thanks to Norbert Blocker and his band for being so gracious and letting me reschedule them. They'll be coming on the 24th, but I really wanted to get Alana on here because she is going to be heading out west here shortly, and wanted to give her a proper send-off and let everybody show her the love because she means a lot to people in Louisville. Yes, she does. And you've got a lot of new music.
I do. I have tons of new stuff. I think the last time that I was on here, I played a lot of new stuff. And
you did. And you've got even more now, I think.
Yeah.
And I think, you went last June or July?
I think it might have been in September.
Oh, was it that late September? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, so lots going on with you. And we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show, but we'd love to hear a tune.
All right, cool. Well, I'll start off with a new one here. And it is currently untitled, so as many of my other new ones.
That's all right. It's all right, because it's a first and exclusive here in the Homegrown Radio Hour on CrescentHillRadio.com with Alana Fugate.
Put myself in your shoes and pathetic for your heart. But when you walked in and saw him, no, you must have dropped to the bottom of the well, to where your screams could not be heard. You were just coming for your needs, uninvited. So put on your walking shoes, slam down those tequila blues, go out to Vegas, stare at some pretty lights. You win and some you lose, but those things we don't choose. Just like when we see a star falling from the sky. And I know you're sitting there behind a heart as a flame, staring at the last shot from a bottle poured away. Oh, you're angry, feeling crazy, I might have punched the wall. 'Cause you were just coming for your needs, uninvited. So put on your walking shoes, slam down those tequila blues, and go out to Vegas, stare at some pretty lights. You win and some you lose, but those things we don't choose. Just like when we see a star falling from the sky. She had the moon around her shoulders, she had the stars in her eyes. She had to know where you know when she was hanging you to die. She had boots made for walking, she took them off by your bed, but you couldn't stop your suffering. Now you both see red. Can't keep on sewing while she's trying to pull the thread. You can't keep swinging that axe, or you'll be a notch in her bed. You can't keep on praying when you'll never change. What you had was a girl that could love you, but you can't, and that's the shame. So put on your walking shoes, slam down those tequila blues, go out to Vegas, stare at some pretty lights. You win and some you lose, but those things we don't choose. Just like when we see a star falling from the sky.
Yeah, brand new from Alana Fugate, who's here with me live in the studio on the Homegrown Radio Hour here on CrescentHillRadio.com. Alana, you're about to put on your walking shoes, I guess.
Yeah.
And heading out west.
Yeah.
Not to Vegas, though.
Not to Vegas, no. Keep me away from that place.
Yeah, I hear that.
No.
Yeah, tell us about what you're about to do.
Well, I'm leaving town for about 4 or 5 months, and I'm going to be going out to Yosemite National Park and going to work and play out there and have a good time and
be inspired,
ride a lot. So looking forward to that.
I tell you, Yosemite is one of the most, well, it is the most special place I've ever seen. It's breathtaking. I've never been anywhere like that. There's a lot of places on my list to go. I've not been to the Grand Canyon, but Yosemite is just an inspiring, amazing place. And I look forward to seeing what you create when you're out there. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to miss you, and that's a fact. And a lot of people are going to miss you. Luckily, there'll be a couple of opportunities to see you perform live, though, before you take off. And I think Saturday, we got the hoot. We got the hoot. We got the big Earth Day, Mighty Kindness Earth Day hoot coming up this Saturday at Brown-Forman Amphitheater out on Waterfront Park, and it's going to be a beautiful day. That event lasts from 12 to 6, and Alana's going to be playing along with some other great bands, and we'll fill you in on that in a little bit. What time are you going on? Do you know?
I kick it off at noon.
She kicks it off. All right. Yeah. So I'm actually on the musicians liaison list, so I'll be here greeter at noon. And Crescent Hill Radio will also have a booth there at the Hoot, so look out for us. Give us a shout out. We'll be selling memberships and encouraging you to come out to our fundraiser event at Expo 5 coming up April 28th, the Sunday before Derby, and we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. But we want to get back to Alana right now. Alana's been writing a lot of new music, and she's around a lot of inspiring people. Alana, if you don't know Alana, and I'm sure if you live in Louisville, you have run across her or her name. At the very least, she hosts an open mic currently up at Beer Nose every Monday night. That's sign up at 7, I think. And and I used to do the open mic up at Stevie Ray's, did it at the Corner Door, has mentored lots and lots of musicians in town, and introduced folks to each other that have fallen in love and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. Become duos, and yeah, just you've been a real gift to the folks around here, the musicians especially, and you have a lot of fans.
Aww.
It's true. And tonight, you're at the Mellow Mushroom.
I am at the Mellow Mushroom. My good friend Steve Sturgill is playing with me, so that should be a pretty cool night. I've known Steve for years, actually before I even moved to Louisville, so that's kind of good that I'm glad I get to play with him tonight, especially since I'm leaving town for a little while. So
yeah, so this will be your last show up there, or not?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be my last.
Well, this should be
show.
a really good one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to come out and see you for sure.
Awesome.
Tonight. That's tonight at Mellow Mushroom up in St. Matthews. Alana, we'd love to hear another song from you.
All righty. I don't dream about Towns Van Zandt, and he was made of gold. But he was so drunk Well, his teeth, they looked like coal, and all along the wall like a Supreme Court affair, with 12 wooded Guthries shading bronze to gray, a metaphysical constellation prize awarded to the one with lonely eyes. Hair so dark and moon so blue, kinetically around the ocean it moves. And there's that hippy-dippy belly breathing, but I do it time to time. Take solace in the happiness from the kindness of smiles. And it may not be Jesus Christ, but I believe there's some half-assed, wisdomly smooth and silky out there magic. I feel I'm drawn in the ranks of the dusty old bottles, the savory of corks and the drops at the bottom. I can't change in the ways my songs they sing, but I can always redirect them. It's a personal prison, moving from stage to a bed, town to a city, mountains then hell. Visions roam to heaven, but never knowing if they'll stay. A road plowed in gravel, heading where it's paved. A seasick game of roses, curtain calls and velvet robes. But there's no seesaw in stardom. Oh, you do. Oh, you die. Oh, you don't. Questions, misperceptions, list of things we gotta do. A redirection, the correction of me and you.
Wow, great. Alana Fugate here in the Homegrown Radio Hour with some brand new music never heard before, I don't think. Well,
I've played it out
not
a
on
little
the
bit,
air.
Yeah.
Not on the air. Now it's being recorded
Yeah.
and Ustreamed. I always forget that we're being Ustreamed. I'm sitting here, you know, picking my nose. It's awful. So